like let's say I DM a girl or I get a girl number or you know what I'm saying, a girl at the studio, just know my baby mama don't care.
Healthy. That's the way God made you.
Yeah.
But he broke the mold when he
They all
made
got the
me.
same structure face.
He made me very special.
Who?
He sure
They
did.
just got different hairstyles.
Who?
T.I. is heated right now because the word buzzing through the streets is that King Harris might have gotten another woman pregnant, and this time she's carrying twins. If the first baby shocked everyone, this second situation is already looking way wilder, and the mess is spilling everywhere. Remember how the first baby news hit? Out of the blue, King suddenly posted like he was a dad, and everyone was stunned. He and Big Nana weren't even really a couple in the public eye. And then, boom, she's pregnant. Even T.I. looked like he didn't see that coming, and fans are still whispering if it was just a fling that got way too serious. Now, picture T.I. finding out there could be 2 more babies with a completely different woman. That's enough to shake the whole Harris household. And the internet detectives aren't letting it slide either. They've been digging up receipts, pointing out how King's been moving reckless for a minute. His thing with Big Nana never looked like love. It looked more like co-parenting, plain and simple. King himself even admitted Big Nana lets him see other women without the drama, like it's normal. Add that to his fights, his run-ins with the law, his wild live stream rants, and you're staring at a picture of someone nowhere near ready to be a full-time dad, let alone fathering 3 kids under 2 years old. Before we even dive into these wild twin rumors, let's hit rewind. Because the way King handled that first pregnancy is exactly why so many fans believe this new story could actually be true. Back then, it came out of nowhere. King wasn't posting a longtime girlfriend. He wasn't talking about settling down, no building a family vibes at all. Then suddenly, boom, Big Nana shows up pregnant, and overnight King's announcing he's a dad. Even T.I. looked caught off guard, and you could hear it in the way he talked about it later. Like this wasn't some thoughtful, planned-out family move. It felt like King dropped the bomb on his parents at the same time he dropped it on the internet, and that's when the rumors really took off. People online swore up and down that King got Big Nana pregnant off a casual fling, maybe even something close to a groupie situation. Nothing's ever been officially confirmed, but the whispers never stopped. And honestly, when you look at how fast everything happened, it makes sense. One week King was on live acting reckless. The next week he's got a newborn, a baby mama, and his whole famous family trying to play catch up and keep up appearances. And here's where it gets messy, because if that first pregnancy already had T.I. tight, imagine his reaction to a second one, with twins. The thought alone could flip the whole house upside down. When you look at King and Big Nana, nothing about them ever screamed in love. From the jump, it looked more like 2 people thrown together by circumstance than a solid couple.
Listen, for all y'all who don't got y'all kid, my boy having kid every day. You feel me? Go get your damn children. Stop taking the children to your mama house. Your mama can't watch it. The boy got his children.
From the outside looking in, their whole thing never screamed love story. It looked more like a situation they got stuck with, not something they actually wanted. Every time King and Big Nana are spotted together, it's stiff, awkward, no real affection, no warmth, just 2 people tied together because of a child, nothing more. Fans picked up on that vibe quick, and the comments under their posts never hold back. People constantly joke that they look more like business partners than boyfriend and girlfriend, and honestly, they're not lying. Just look at that baby shower clip. No sparks, no chemistry, just 2 young parents going through the motions. That's exactly why the first pregnancy had so many people side-eyeing it. Whispers started flying that she was older, that she planned it all out, that King got caught slipping. But when people actually dug into her age, turns out she and King are basically the same. Still, once that rumor spread online, it stuck like glue. She got painted as the girl who trapped him, even though the receipts didn't back it up. And the truth is, King hasn't really done much to kill that narrative. He doesn't flaunt her like a proud boyfriend. He doesn't post her like he's in love. It's just the occasional picture of her with their baby. That's it. And that's exactly why these new pregnancy rumors didn't shock anybody. If the foundation was shaky from the start, it makes sense that King might have been looking elsewhere. The whole thing took a wild turn once King himself started talking too much about what his baby mama actually lets him slide with. And the internet instantly clocked that it was only a matter of time before something like this went down. On one of his live streams, King casually admitted that his baby mama doesn't even trip if he's out here dealing with other women. He said it like it was no big deal, almost bragging like he was proud of it. Think about that. Most dudes with a kid at home know better than to parade side chicks in public. But King, he made it sound like his whole situation was wide open. So now, every single time he's spotted with another girl, people automatically assume it's fair game. And if that girl turns up pregnant, fans are quick to say, well, he basically told us this was possible. He even straight up admitted his baby mama lets him see other girls as long as it doesn't cause drama. That clip is floating around everywhere, which is why this whole twins rumor doesn't sound far-fetched at all. When you tell the world you've got a free pass, nobody's shocked when another woman comes forward claiming she's expecting. It's like an arrangement. She holds it down with the baby, and he does whatever he wants on the outside. Messy? Absolutely. But that's exactly how King made it sound, like this was just the deal they had. And here's the real kicker. T.I. knows all of this too. Imagine being a father and seeing your own son get on live in front of thousands, basically bragging that he can cheat with no consequences.
I'm saying kind of woosah yourself outside of the public opinion, then I think, because I tell you what, I have the greatest, most extensive family photo album. I can document and I could go back to when King was Eris's age. I can go back to when Major was my granddaughter's age.
For T.I., who's had to fight through his own public scandals, this must feel like deja vu coming back to haunt him. So when whispers started swirling about King getting another girl pregnant, people instantly pictured T.I. snapping behind the scenes. If that first baby caught him off guard, this second one feels like straight-up disaster territory. But here's the truth about King Harris. None of this should shock anyone. His name's been tied to chaos long before fatherhood ever came into the picture. Take the Waffle House incident, for example. King went viral after blowing up on restaurant employees, screaming, threatening, trying way too hard to act tough in front of strangers, all over some food. It was wild, and the whole meltdown got shared everywhere. Suddenly, a late-night snack turned into a full-blown public circus. Even T.I. had to hop on Instagram after that, basically admitting he didn't get why his son felt the need to act out like this. For a family that already lives under a microscope, King's antics just keep giving the internet more ammo. That's not the type of behavior you expect from the son of a hip-hop legend, but King has never exactly fit the mold. Then came the arrest that really put his name in the headlines. Cops pulled him over after he nearly clipped a patrol car leaving a gas station. When they searched him, they found a gun strapped to his hip. And to make it worse, he already had an open warrant for skipping a court date tied to an earlier DUI and a suspended license. It was pure chaos. Cameras caught him cuffed up in the back of a police car, and that clip spread like wildfire. Fans couldn't stop pointing out how reckless he was moving, like he was daring the world to watch him crash out. Moments like that built King's reputation early, not as a focused young man, but as someone spiraling, chasing headlines for all the wrong reasons. Fighting, arrests, skipped court dates, bragging online. It all stacked up. So when fatherhood came into the mix, nobody expected him to suddenly switch lanes and turn into Mr. Responsible overnight. For years, people have been saying the same thing. King doesn't think before he acts. And that's exactly why this whole twin pregnancy rumor didn't make folks flinch. Chaos is his normal. But for T.I., this felt like the last straw. Just think about it. The first baby already blindsided him. One day King was wilding out online, the next day he's a dad, and T.I.'s forced to put on the supportive father face in public. But behind closed doors, you could tell T.I. wasn't happy with how fast and messy everything went down. T.I. once admitted King was expecting and even joked about raising him the same tough way he was raised. But fast forward to now and these new rumors, another woman, twins possibly on the way, and King acting like it's no big deal. That's the type of move that could push any parent over the edge, especially someone like T.I., who guards his image with everything he's got. Word online is that T.I. straight up blew up on King, reminding him he hasn't even handled his first situation properly. Fans say it wasn't just about the possible pregnancy either. It was the bigger picture. The arrests, the reckless live streams, the disrespect, and now dragging even more mess into the Harris name. T.I. has spent decades crafting his legacy, and now his son keeps handing the blogs free ammo week after week. And here's the kicker, T.I. isn't new to scandal himself. He's had his fair share of messy headlines, but the difference is he's grown, and he knows firsthand how much damage it can do to your brand and your life. Watching King storm down the exact same road, just louder and sloppier, must feel like deja vu in the worst way possible. So if T.I. really did snap on King, it wasn't only anger. It was fear. Fear that his son is setting himself up for a cycle that'll be impossible to escape from. And that fear makes the fallout even juicier, because once this rumor hit the blogs, the internet went crazy. One comment hit hard. T.I. and Tiny created that monster. They thought his little smart mouth was cute. Now he's big and out of order. Spare the rod. That reaction shows fans aren't just blaming King. They're pointing fingers at his parents for letting him run wild as a kid. The same mouth that made people laugh on reality TV is now the same mouth getting him dragged all over the internet. And it's not like the signs weren't there. Throwback clips from the family's reality show show King as a little kid, already loud, already defiant, arguing with his parents and pushing boundaries like he ran the house. Fans are now saying this behavior wasn't new. It just grew up with him. Another fan brought up the double standard in the Harris household, writing, "So T.I. was always taking his daughter to the gynecologist while his son was the active one?" That comment hit different because it reminded everybody of the old controversy when T.I. admitted he was checking up on Deja in ways that sparked major backlash. Fast forward to now, and the irony is impossible to ignore. The son is the one running wild with multiple women, while the daughter had her privacy invaded. People are calling it flat out ironic. And honestly, it makes T.I. look even more frustrated, like all his energy went into the wrong place. Here's T.I. back then, saying it himself about those doctor visits. And later, in another interview, he even doubled down on the whole gynecologist situation, making the internet roast him all over again. And of course, as soon as the word twins got tied to King's name, the child support talk started flying. One fan flat out warned, child support is a MF. Yeah, King better stand on a lot of business, because the judge is gonna stand on his bet. People were quick to remind him that being the son of a celebrity doesn't mean the system is gonna let him slide. 2 kids with 2 different women? That could drain his pockets fast? That's why this fallout feels bigger than just messy gossip. It's not only about King possibly getting another girl pregnant, it's about how reckless it makes the whole family look. T.I. and Tiny are catching strays left and right. Old scandals are being dragged back out, and fans are already calculating how child support checks and non-stop drama could pile up before King even turns 22. And the internet didn't stop there. People aren't just dragging King, they're putting the blame squarely on T.I. and Tiny too. To them, every fresh rumor is more proof that the same parenting style that once entertained the world on reality TV has now spun completely out of control. What used to be funny clips of a smart-mouthed kid are now receipts of bad parenting that fans claim is backfiring in real time. So at this point, whether the twin rumor ends up true or not, almost doesn't matter. King has once again thrown the Harris name into the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. And this time, the whole family legacy is taking the hit. Tell us what you think down in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next one, because this Harris drama is far from over.